Good morning, welcome back to my channel. I am starting a new morning routine. Max is now consistently getting up around 7 a.m. so I am going to try to start getting up around 6 and getting a little bit done before he wakes up. So that's why I'm still in my pajamas, and starting the new morning routine is always a little bit glitchy for me, so it's like 8 something and I'm still getting used to the day, I guess. So that being said, this week I have a lot of chores to do because last week I was so focused on decluttering the studio and working on just like other house projects that this week I really just need to do the basic chores. I'm partway through a kitchen restock. Today I have to make bread, and then I will be mostly done with my kitchen restock, so I'm good to go for the week. And then my main priority is going to be weaving. Actually, I am officially fully on loom. I am going to start weaving tabby this week. So I want to really prioritize just practicing and playing with plainweave, seeing what I can do, seeing what colors I can play with, different ways to do it. Plainweave, there's not a whole bunch you can do to make it different, but I want to try to be as creative as possible. We'll see how that goes. So I'm going to finish feeding Max, and then I'm going to make the bread dough, and then I'm going to see where the day takes me from there. To film finishing the loaves, but it's the same recipe I always use, and they turned out the same they always turn out, which in this case consistency is good. Doing the most basic option available to me. I'm just using white, and I'm doing a basic plain weave, which is just every other goes up, every other goes down. I wanted to start with the simplest option and then build from there. I have a list of ideas of some things that I'm going to try, but again, I just wanted to start with the most simple. This creates kind of a cool checkered pattern because the warp is 2 different colors, which is an enjoyable texture. It's very, I hesitate to say gingham because it's not gingham, but it kind of has that vibe, very spring picnic blanket-esque, very pleasant. So I'm gonna keep working on this. I'm gonna get probably an inch or two, probably like 2 inches. And then I will switch on and off. I'll do every other, I'll do white and then orange, but whatever, we're not there yet. I'm doing this first. As I started, I am realizing that I made some sort of error. I'm not sure what it is, but you can see here that this doesn't look like everywhere else. It's like there's too many threads in that reed hole because they seem crunched together. So I'm going to follow that up here. I have a suspicion that I accidentally put 4, and that's exactly what happened. So you can see this is the thread that's causing the problem, and I accidentally put 4 threads through one instead of 2, because all of the other ones have 2, which means I doubled up right there. So this is like extra condensed. Because it's just for practice, it's not that big of a deal, and I don't really care. But normally that is something that I would fix before continuing on, unless I liked the artistic texture. But right now I don't really care for it. It looks clumpy, but like I said, it's for practice, so it's not really worth refixing. What I would have to do in order to fix it would actually be to unweave all of this, untie these 2 knots, and then I would have to actually go out and pull out all of this all the way up to the 4 from the reed, and I would have to actually like re-spread it out. I would have to rethread the reed for all of this and then retie it on. So it would be quite a lengthy process, which is why when you're threading your reed, you should do it right the first time. But I feel like I almost always end up with some sort of threading error when I get on loom, and I usually end up fixing something. So that's about par for the course. So I unfortunately only have one boat shuttle, which means that whenever I want to use multiple colors, I either have to take the bobbin out of the boat shuttle and switch, or I have to use a different shuttle. This flat shuttle is what I have. For an every other pattern, taking the bobbin out is extremely inconvenient, and it makes everything take a lot longer. So I'm going to use a flat shuttle for every other. And then if I do stripes, I'll just switch out the bobbin. I am honestly probably just going to buy a new boat shuttle soon, because I am realizing that this is going to be tedious. So I am going to do just every other. Yeah, and we'll just see what it looks like. Should be pretty basic. I can't go there. Okay. So when you're doing every other, you want to remember to pass your yarn that you're currently gonna do. So here's my orange, and I'm passing it underneath the white. I'm bringing this around and out. And that way the white catches on the orange, and it makes a really nice clean edge. So then I'm gonna do that same thing. I'm gonna bring this guy around here. Now it's the orange's turn. And on this side, the orange is going to go over, so it hooks on the white. So that was over, bring the white back around. And then here, because the orange is coming up on this side. It's gonna go under. Bring the white over. And then because the orange is down on this side, it's going to go over. That'll make more sense close up. Okay, so as you can see, the orange on this side is sticking up because the last thread here, the orange is over top. It's over this orange thread. So I'm gonna bring it under and around the white so that here it will catch, create that nice clean edge. And then here on this side, here's the last one. The orange is underneath it. So while the white is pointing up, the orange is pointing down. So the orange is going to go over the white. Bring that through. And you can see when you do that, the orange is hooked on the white, creating a clean edge. You can see where I didn't do that very well because the orange didn't even catch this last thread. So if you don't hook, it won't catch the yarn on the outside, and then that would just be dangling on the outside versus here where it's actually caught. That being said, I didn't do any sort of salvage on this, so it would be less of a concern if there was some sort of salvage. It is a gray, kind of bleh day out today, which normally I don't mind these kinds of days because you can just chill at the house. But I was hoping to do filming today, and it's really bad lighting for filming, and I don't have fancy lighting equipment. So I am gonna take maybe an hour or so. I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna drink some tea, I'm gonna read my little book, and then I'm gonna try to film, and hopefully some of the grayness will have faded away into sunshine, but if it hasn't, I'm just gonna have to film as is. have finished my tabby explorations, so I am going to be done weaving for now. I did film in greater detail, but for simplicity's sake, as well as just being a little bit more comprehensive, I'm going to put the details in my next video. So if you are interested in what you saw here, maybe want to learn a little bit more about what I actually did to get different patterns, watch the next video because I will explain things more. That being said, I will see you in the next video. I will be in these same clothes and life will be great.